Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another amazing episode of The Basement, where we like to talk about things theologically, practically, and hilariously. My name is Tristen.
And my name's Ezra, and we forgot to check the audio, but that's okay.
Seriously?
Yeah, we forgot to check the audio.
Why was that not the first thing?
But you talk?
Okay.
Yeah, so they know we're good. Our audio's working. We just don't have it playing through anything, so we can assume it works.
Right.
Because there's input.
Right.
All right, so this episode's called The Proposition. And in this episode, we're going to be talking about is our idea kind of in the change of our flow.
Is that a question?
Kind of. Is it a question? No, I don't know. It's more of like a this is what we're doing and you can deal with it.
Yes.
Okay. Kind of. So for Tristen, he wants to completely restart.
Yes.
I am on the side of we should just redirect.
Okay.
Why is it, Tristen, that you want to like restart completely?
I want to restart so then we can go from ground zero
Mm-hmm.
after we get all of the pieces together.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it be, well,
Don't spoil too much though.
with colors, title.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say generalized stuff. Purpose.
Yeah. Slogan, catchphrase, all that.
Yeah, once we get all those pieces together
Mm-hmm.
and finalize, as
Mm-hmm.
well as like structure of episodes, we're going to be
Mm-hmm.
doing a plan about a schedule of how
Mm-hmm.
we're going to do episodes. Those sorts of things. Once we get those things together,
Mm-hmm.
then we can launch a new thing with all the pieces together and start well from the get-go.
I think though, my stance or where I'm standing at, I think if we get things done individually one at a time, I think we can first like change our title. We go with the title because then it's like, ooh, something kind of new. But the people who are watching, they're dealing with it, but they're like, oh, it's not a subtle like, I don't know what to do. I lost my pants and I'm like stuck in the middle of nowhere, right? Like you change the title and they're like, oh, this is new. The title's different now. And then you're like, oh, okay, now you're changing the color scheme. Oh, the color's different now. And so then it's like, oh, look at that. It's kind of like, oh, this sparks my interest again. This sparks my interest. This sparks my interest. And then let's say we change our slogan. Then the slogan's different. They're like, oh, that's new. And then they're slowly building, and you're having building blocks so that people kind of can follow that along.
Okay. So I see your point for our current audience, which we
Yes.
don't have a big audience.
No,
right now.
no, audience is minimal in 2-digit numbers.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm proposing a restart.
A restart.
So
Okay.
then our audience can start again
Mhm.
and have the potential to start out with a bigger audience from that point.
Yeah.
Instead of the algorithm or whatever taking our previous videos and just putting it out there the same as it has been. So that's why I'm proposing a restart. Also, like, if we are doing a restart, it's not necessarily going to be as big of a shock necessarily as if we do announce it to our current audience.
Yeah.
If we do give them the proper ways of getting onto our new thing and telling them way beforehand, like we're doing this episode now in order to inform you guys,
Yeah.
hey, we're going to be changing up things here soon.
Something's changing.
Yeah, we're going to change up some things here soon. Just stay tuned. We'll give you details, all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then we give them the details, and then they can switch over when it actually happens.
So then you lose all the pizzazz just in the one episode, though. Right?
Lose all the pizzazz.
Like I feel like yeah, it's all new and different. It's exciting, right? And so you have your peak of interest right there on that one episode.
Which
Everything else will stay the same from then on. Like you see how like if you do a little bit of changing, you're like, oh, that's new. Oh, that's new. Oh, that's new. That's new.
But that's
new.
pizzazz for recurring. That's not pizzazz necessarily for people coming in.
That's true. That's fair. Okay. Yeah.
Because it's like we want the pizzazz of a first episode of a new thing to have pizzazz. That's kind of the point.
Yeah.
So then like the first episode does really, really good. More people will want to come in on a second episode, and hopefully more people, because the first one got a lot of views, got some reviews and a bunch of likes, then the second episode will come out with better quality, hopefully.
Yeah.
And then we have a growing audience rather than trying to keep the audience that we have from getting any less, basically.
Like less active, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
I think also, do you think that it'd be a good idea to completely start and go from a new channel, a new email, and all that, or do you think like we just go on here and change it
I think it would be a good idea to restart it all. Completely 100%.
So
like
that-
Instagram, actually have a conversation and see what we can do to possibly get it on other platforms.
like Facebook, and Spotify?
Facebook, Spotify, as well as like Apple Podcasts, if we can.
It's a lot more processing, computer processing.
There's a lot more computer processing, but we would at least be putting in a lot of effort to make it work
Mm-hmm.
and like give it our all
Mm-hmm.
in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Because like we've been doing small little things and we've been gaining information over time of like
Mhm.
what works, what doesn't.
I don't necessarily think we've gotten what works and what doesn't yet. We haven't gotten a big enough audience to really like see the analytics on that.
Possibly not in the sense of like what's good for our audience or not,
Mm-hmm.
but like what works as far as like practically for our system, what
Okay.
works for our setup, what
Yeah.
works for our advertising, like how do we have a system for that? Are we able to advertise properly? Do we have a normal time of when we actually post stuff on Instagram?
Yeah.
That sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And then also we can be a little more picky on the shorts that we put on YouTube. Be a little more picky on like, all right, these ones and these ones, this one shows the message of the video. We can put that in. These ones are just 3 seconds. They're not gonna do anything. Don't need to put them on there. It's just filling in empty space that nobody's really gonna care about.
So what do we do about the fact that both of us have really busy schedules and we don't have time for that like necessarily that nitpicky of like making sure like cleaning up the shorts and making sure we're only posting those ones.
So here's the deal. If we are wanted, like from what I've learned from people who are mentors, people who are my parents, is that if you need the time to do something, you have to make the time to do so.
Mm-hmm.
And once you figure out you can make the time to do so, you realize you actually had it the entire time.
Yeah.
So, and for me, I've just had my hands in so many different little cookie jars, you know, and been trying to just, you know, pull out something small out of each and every one of them.
Yeah.
Instead of committing to like one or two.
Yeah.
So for me, I know that I can do it if I choose to just be like, all right, these are just the two cookie jars. We're sticking with that analogy for the moment. Choose two of them.
Mm-hmm.
And only mess with those two and stick with it and get really good at it.
Mm-hmm.
And then once like the hard work starts paying off, then I can slowly take out some of the time that would be necessary for that thing and move it on to another thing that I can put a lot of time and a lot of effort into.
So what at what point do you like, because of what we're doing for right now for our shorts, what we're doing right now is we're putting them through a system that chops them up for us and then bulk schedules them for us. What are we going to do to filter out the ones that we don't want? Because they're making like up to like 60 different shorts, so you can just sit there and watch like what was it? It's about like 30 minutes of shorts.
I think what we can do is we can filter out a few of them because of their length. Like if they're only like 2 seconds or 10 seconds, it's like they're not going to have a whole lot of context to what is actually in the short and not going to know exactly what's happening in the episode. Plus also we can filter out ones that are like at the very beginning that include our like intro or like our outro stuff too. We can exclude those. And then we just have the meat of what we want. And then once we have those, we can like select 3 or 4 of them that we really like initially. And those ones can go up immediately. And then we can look at the other ones over time.
What do you mean by like, because like if you filter it out, then you don't have the amount that all the different social medias are requiring for gaining retention and attraction on your videos.
If it sucks, it doesn't matter.
Okay, but it's still consistency, and that's what YouTube is relying on.
Well, it's consistency, but you can still have consistency with slightly fewer things.
Yes, and if you're consistent, but also you want to be able to like post at least once a day, like every day, right? And if you take out all of the ones that are like, sure, not exactly the meat and potatoes of what we're talking about, but still could be funny or something like that, or maybe have the intro and maybe have a few words in them, it's still content that is put out there so that someone has something like, oh, I want to know more, and they go click on it.
Okay. So for those ones, those would still be part of the meat and potatoes. Because what is our slogan? Theologically, practically, and hilariously, right?
Yeah.
So as long as it fits those three categories, it should be fine. I'm talking about the ones that just are empty space that don't do anything.
How many of those have you seen?
A decent amount. I've had to delete a few of them off of our account because they do nothing.
You've deleted some?
Mm-hmm. They are only 3 seconds long.
What does it say? Are they saying anything?
Like 2 or 3 words, and that's it.
That's fine.
It's only 3 seconds, though.
It still counts as content.
And 0 views, by the way.
You should have led with that.
3 seconds and 0 views, and it's nonsense.
You still should have led with that. Because you have me over here concerned, who's the one who does the uploading of the shorts. I'm like, what? Like, are we getting undermined right now? I was like, I didn't know about that. Like, so some of those videos that are like 3 seconds, some of them are kind of funny, and so I would keep them up, like if they're kind of funny, if they're short. But even then, don't expect a massive amount of views right now on our YouTube, like shorts. Like some might get a lot of views, but not all of them.
Well, I'm trying to think of, like, if it's funny, it's only funny with the context. So what are you saying is funny for, like, a 3-second one that's funny? Like, how do you get something that's funny out of 3 seconds of a podcast, which takes a lot of time to build up the context to that funny moment?
It's not funny until they go and look. Like,
well,
I want to see more.
They have to know it's funny initially.
No. You don't have to know something's funny to go and want to know more about it.
Okay, hold on. Working me here.
Okay.
So they have to understand it's funny.
No.
Otherwise, it's not funny.
No. Not necessarily. Let's say it's you laughing and I said what, right? Let's say that's the 3-second clip. It's like I said what and then you start laughing.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't make any sense, right? But
No.
they'll be like, "Oh, I wonder why he's laughing." Click.
Are people really going to...
Yes, I have.
Were they actually 3 seconds?
Huh?
Or did they have some sort of build-up to it?
No, there's no build up. And on top of that, if it's a 3-second video, someone's gonna watch it 4 or 5 times, and that builds retention, and that gives good rapport for that specific video, which tells YouTube, oh, that's a good video. We got to keep posting that places. Short videos get likes. Short videos get clicks. The average attention span right now of teenagers is less than 3 seconds.
Okay. But really, what is our audience? Is our audience actually teenagers?
Our audience is anyone who wants to sit and listen to a podcast.
Most of our audience, anyways, is like 20 to 30-year-olds.
Well, that's right outside of the teenagers. And our generation is those teenagers, or was those teenagers, was that statistic.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think, well, don't quote me if I'm wrong, but I don't think our attention spans are increasing in length because of social media and all those things that are already causing us to, hey, look over here, look over here, look over here, this is cool. Like, I really don't think that our attention spans are growing. I definitely think they would be shrinking. And I learned that the average attention span of people was when I looked that up when I was in like middle school.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think of like people that I know is like their intention is only going to be there if it has a purpose to it. Like they get the meat out of it. It's not just a whole bunch of milk or sugar or whatever. They get meat out of it because like a lot of what's happening in our generation now is that we're getting into our lives. We're getting into more and more responsibilities. And we're kind of realizing, oh crap, this social media thing is not going to work for us being able to support ourselves or the people around us. So therefore, when we do spend time on said social media, even though it may be the same amount as we've done previously, we may indeed be looking for things that have more of a purpose to them. Like, for example, my parents, they're on Facebook a decent amount of the time, and they send me reels and stuff based around like business mindsets, around proper communication. They were able to find stuff that isn't just about attention getting, but more or less things that actually can be taught in a short form. Which, if our audience right now is currently 20 to 30-year-olds, our thing is not necessarily to entertain, but to inform. And so if we're wanting to focus on hilariously as well as the inform, it has to be together.
You mean the practically?
Yeah, practically, theologically, practically, and hilariously, we should do it together, not as two separate things. Because currently, you're more on the hilariously part. I'm more on the practically part.
Okay.
Those are our focuses. That's what we're good at.
Yeah. If is it like something is good if it's like relevant, if it's funny, and you can learn something. That's a lot. That's like three basic parts of most like what's it called.
So yeah, when it comes to, that's why I say we need to filter through those shorts so then it can fill those three criteria and make sure it fits those three criteria instead of just throwing out a whole bunch of stuff into the algorithm hoping that this one, all of them will do well when we know not all of them will. Like being very purposeful with each and everything that we do.
Okay, that's fair. I would like to go step back on the whole restarting part. I think we should keep our channel and not change the channel because of the fact that we have built rapport on the fact to YouTube that we've been posting every day, and we've been working on this channel for a while.
We have.
I don't think restarting would be beneficial in that sense. I think doing a rebrand would be, but I do not think going and starting a completely new channel would be beneficial. Because then we have to restart building up subscribers and building up watch hours, building up like. I think if we maintain being consistent on our videos, and just do the quick change on that, and being consistent, I think that would help us.
Isn't it possible that the algorithm has already decided where we're at?
Yes, but we can adjust that. I don't think when you put something when you put something in like on YouTube, when you have a channel going, I don't think it completely is void of any change. Like I don't think you can't not change. I think you can change what the algorithm says if your quality gets better. You're not going to be stuck in the same pattern of views if you're adjusting something and making it better.
But I think there does come a point where you don't change certain things.
What?
So certain famous YouTubers like Markiplier or Jacksepticeye, and even some that I personally watch, like Smitty, for example. They all have their logos. They all have their intro, like slides. It's not a full-on intro song or whatever. They all have those things, and those things are consistent throughout the channel for the majority of the channel.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because they did the planning beforehand of like, all right, we're going to make this work. How's this going to work?
That's how that's how they started from zero. That's what their very first video was completely the same as what they are now.
It's not completely the same, but there are certain things that are consistent.
Yes, there are things that are consistent.
It's not like what we're talking about doing seems more of a complete change rather than a small minor adjustment, because it's like, all right, we might switch it up just a little bit because it's kind of nice to switch it up. Like, we're doing something where it's kind of an entire rebranding of the whole thing rather than just like, we're going to, like, let me give you examples from Smitty. He started out with his like little mascot thing being just a regular cardboard milk carton.
Mm-hmm.
And with a straw sticking out of it and a hat.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes he put sunglasses on the carton,
Mm-hmm.
that sort of thing, and had a face. Then he switched it over to a milk bag, where it actually is just a milk bag. It looks like a pillow, but it's like a milk bag. And he has a little hat and a spinning propeller. So it's the same concept, just a slight change to it
Mm-hmm.
in order to make it feel new and make it fit the times a little bit better. That doesn't feel like what we're doing. That feel like what we're doing is an entire rebranding of the whole thing.
What if the rebrand is just because the fact that we're not in a basement anymore, and then we're redirecting, and so it still is a podcast. It's still pretty much the same. It's just one big change is the logo, the title, like logo and the title and the color scheme.
We're also going to be way more structured on episodes. We're going to have more of a plan for those episodes.
Which could technically, if we really thought about it, we wouldn't even have to do like the whole rebrand itself. Technically, if we were just gonna say, "All right, we're gonna structure better," because that can fall. What was it? Mr. Beast once quoted. He's like, he quoted. It was like, if you adjust one thing in every single one of your videos for 100 videos, if you don't see anything improve after those 100 videos, then go get help. But in the first 100 videos that you have posted, don't expect any views.
Okay.
And adjust one thing every single time. Make it a little bit better each time.
Okay.
Are we even at 100 videos at this point?
I do think there's certain stipulations to that.
What is it?
Like I said previously, you have certain things that are solid, that will not change.
Yes, in a sense.
There will be certain things that you just don't change at all, and it's just an adjustment.
Mm-hmm.
You're just slightly tweaking it. It's not necessarily that you're throwing out everything and then throwing in something new to replace it. You're just slightly adjusting it. Like when it comes to like the gears on a car, you play the drifting car games. They have like customization where you can change exactly where the gears line up within the car as you're driving it. you make minor adjustments within those gears as you play the game, so then you can better
boy.
use that car.
Oh boy, you just used that analogy wrong. It's not changing where the gears are. It's changing the size of the gears.
Or changing. It's still a customization and tuning of the gearbox.
Okay.
But I'm trying to use an analogy in your realm.
That's my realm is social media and coding and stuff. This is my realm. We're in my realm right now.
Okay, but that was also another realm.
Okay, well, let's talk to the viewers. Not me.
I am talking to you.
Okay, talk to me. Talk to the viewers, not me.
Because we are having a discussion.
Yes, we're having a discussion. It's an open discussion, right? But I think I don't think we're far enough far enough into what we've made our channel, what we have. I don't think we're far enough in to really see to really be able to say, oh, this isn't working or this is working. I really don't think we're there. That's why I'm saying we can restart, but keep it on here, because we have not gotten to that 100 videos. Look, this is all of our videos. It fits 50 per page, and I don't even think that there's 50 on here. Yeah, there, you can't turn right and left. There isn't 50 on here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's like 50 selected. So we have a total of 50 videos.
Mm-hmm.
We're only halfway to the point of even needing to reach out for what is going on.
Well, we haven't even reached out to somebody.
Yeah, we haven't. So I think this is a internal change we can make, and that can go with the one thing we're changing, because that could be the thing that's not working.
What could be the thing?
Our logo. It could be not inspiring enough. I think our new logo and our new title that we have, I think that will be inspiring. They're like, oh, that seems interesting. I want to click on that. I don't think the basement really says what we are and what we want to talk about. I really don't think that it's going to be like on average, right? Someone who watches a podcast is going to watch something that's like, oh, that's interesting. Like the Unplanned podcast. You're like, oh, I don't know where that's going to go. Like it sounds eye-catching. Unplanned,
Mm-hmm.
like it's just going to go. They're just going to talk about whatever, whenever, with whoever.
Mm-hmm.
And it does help that they have some celebrity connections and they talk to them. But even then, it's the Unplanned podcast. And so sure, they have some prepared questions and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're talking back and forth with their guests. But that's something I would click on.
Mm-hmm.
And then also you have the Impulsive, what's it called? The Impulsive podcast, which that has Logan, right? Logan
Mm-hmm.
Paul on it. That one's cool. Logan Paul he's famous, so people are gonna watch it anyway. And then you have the Joe Rogan.
Mm-hmm.
That one's a good one too. Like all those different ones they're somewhat eye catching, like just on their title, based on who's at them, what their logo is. And then we're at the beginning, you first look at it like at the basement, it's like, oh, the logo's kind of cool, but the basement, that doesn't tell me anything.
Okay.
That doesn't tell me anything about what they're actually going to talk about. Sure, it looks like there's a cross and it looks like it's a microphone, so possibly they could be pastors.
Okay.
Or possibly they could be some random kids talking about, I don't even know, they're in a basement, so that could also be weird, right? It's like, what are two dudes doing in a basement? That's weird. They immediately go to the meme, 5 feet apart because they're not gay kind of thing. There's no direction with that name.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we change it to our new logo idea,
Mm-hmm.
our new title, that immediately gives it direction.
Mm-hmm.
Because what it is, like the 3 words that are in this title, it's like, oh, that could be like the last part of the title that because we're both thinking of the same one because we know what it is, right? It's like the first part kind of spikes you up. It's like, oh, that means it's going to be a little bit energetic, like the first 2 words, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's like that's a phrase that some people will say because someone has that.
Mm-hmm.
They're out there, they're being a little spunky, right? And then the last part, it can mean many things, right? right?
Yeah.
And so that way people are like looking at it, and then you look at the logo that we have designed, or concept logos that we have designed. Sorry, I'm talking really fast right now.
I'm keeping up.
I'm fired up. Like the logo design that we have right now, when you look at it, you're like, oh, that's metaphorical and technically physical at the same time. Or we could probably have something like that if you wanted. And we could kind of like do a whole like at the beginning, like and start, that'd be kind of cool.
Right.
Like you gotta have your signature thing that you do. I think from there, I think that will kind of bring that kind of spark back, and then give the people inspired to click because it looks, oh, that's unique. I like that.
Okay. And I don't disagree with you on those.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the title, yes, is supposed to be eye-catching. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my thing is that I think we have too many changes to try to do it slowly.
Okay, then I will ditch my idea of doing it slowly, but I don't think we should completely restart the channel. I think we've gotten to the halfway point. We are not far enough to say that none of it's working at all. We just recently started shorts.
We did.
Which that's helping us. That's helped us gain some subscribers.
We are at over 50.
Yes. So we have enough enough information from how far that we've gone, is that we are going in a forward direction. We're not going backwards.
Okay.
There is not enough valid information from where we're at to say, oh, like just throw in the towel.
Okay. So yeah, to give like a metaphor of like the two sides of this conversation, like you're talking about remodeling the house that's already existing.
Yes.
And then
he's just saying move out and go to a new one.
No, not go to the new one. I'm saying that we can buy a piece of land and build it from the ground up.
Yeah.
So not like just find another house. No, we start from the ground. You break the ground, you build the foundation, and you build everything up from there. And then you move into the house.
By way of metaphor, he just means either continue working on this channel or go start a new channel from the ground up, from ground zero.
I made it metaphorical, so then, it's more engaging.
Sure.
I'm trying to use metaphors. I'm trying to work on my communication here.
I like it.
So, yeah, it's like both ways are plausible, and both ways have their pros and cons.
Mm-hmm.
Like for the new house, you can just build everything how you want it, design it how you want it, plan it how you want it from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get to build a house, and then you don't move in until it's completely done. Let me tell you, if you move in before it's completely done, there will be some things unfinished for a few years. I have experience with this. My parents have been building a house. It's true. They have not finished a few of the things in the house because they moved in, and then just life happened, and then they realized, oh, I can just live without it.
I lived in a house that was just needing to be remodeled in general, and so it was being remodeled while we were living in it.
Right? And then there is that. Like, you have the house, you've put time and effort into it by just being there, by living there, moving all your stuff there. Then you are like, there's problems. Let's rip out the concrete. Not rip out the concrete. Rip out the sheetrock. There we go. Maybe knock out a couple walls here and there. Maybe put in some new cabinets in the kitchen. Like, the main concept of the house is still there with the remodel. It's just the inside will look different when it comes to, like, a remodel.
I like the idea of remodeling.
And then I like the idea of constructing a new. Yeah.
I think also I think a little bit you're trying too hard with the metaphor thing, but that's okay.
No, I think I'm doing great. It's great. It's working great.
I think that although it's a good point, I don't think we need to completely just drop this one that we've worked on, because this has all of our prior videos, and it can show a history.
It can.
It can show where we're at, where we started, where we're going. And I like that too, because then if people are intrigued by what we used to be, they can go back and look at it and see, oh wow, this channel has gone pretty far, has gotten real far in the time being like existing, and it will get, because if you go to a new channel, it gets rid of the old channel stuff with guests that you've had.
Okay.
And so I think, and since our right now our slogan is constantly learning, right? Or that's the motto or whatever, constantly learning. I think keeping that there kind of keeps that the constantly learning still intact.
Guess so, yeah.
Keeping all of our prior videos and going from the same channel that we've already had. I think that does reinforce the constantly learning, because something is changing. We are learning that this kind of doesn't tell us that what we're actually doing. That the basement, like sure, it was cool that we started because we were in a basement, and that's and that's literally what we were doing, and it's a cool logo and all that. But I think it's time we grow, we learn that we need something that says, "Ooh, I want to watch that."
Right. Yeah. I do think there's also a thing about like sacrificing something in order to be successful at something. So there might be a sacrifice we have to make in order for it to do well.
What do you mean? Like sacrifice the channel? Get rid of the channel?
Sacrificing it as in no longer uploading on it, not like getting rid of it entirely. But it could be like sacrificing no longer uploading it, no longer updating it. It still exists. But we basically abandon ship, not necessarily destroy it, but abandon ship and choose to do something different. We sacrifice all the rapport that we got in order for the potential that like it could start off bigger and better because we're doing the right stuff. We're doing all the right things at that point. Not perfectly, but we're doing the right things.
I think at that point we probably should look up probabilities.
From where?
I don't know. AI overview. Like, what's the probability of success based on a rebrand versus a restart? Right? Like, let's see. What is the probability? What is the probability? Probability. I can't spell. Probability.
So
probability. You keep talking.
So for here's an example of a good rebranding that happened that I'm actually pretty close to. I work at a cabinet shop that's owned by my dad, and he actually bought it from his dad. And after it was bought and his dad retired and went back to the house, still does cabinets, by the way. He's like technically retired, but not actually. Which is so funny. My dad decided to rebrand the cabinet shop. And the reason why that it was a good idea to rebrand it instead of restart it was because of the rapport that it already had gotten thus far. Meaning that there had been so many clients for a couple of decades, honestly, that cabinet shop had been in contact with, had good reviews, was involved in the community in so many different ways when it came to like 4-H events or just fundraisers generally. Like it had a good rapport throughout the community already. It was already doing good. So when my dad rebranded it, it wasn't a shock to the community in the sense of like, oh no, is everything gonna change? It was like it just needed a new title, because honestly, the title didn't really work anymore, because it was my granddad's name involved into the title, and he didn't own it anymore, so my dad wanted to change that a little bit and just want to be better at advertising. And so far, it has been doing good, if not better than what it had been doing previously, because we rebranded. Now that's a good example of rebranding, but I think there are a couple of stipulations to just rebranding that we need to think about when we rebrand ours. Is first of all, it's a lot easier to rebuild a podcast because it's not a physical thing. We don't have employees. It's all online. It's something that only two people need to work on at this point. We can restart it. It's not a full on business with a building dedicated to it, employees that we have to pay, um, families that are relying upon this podcast to make a living off of. Um, we can restart. And also, I don't think we have a big enough rapport, a big enough audience at this moment when it comes to the Basement Podcast, where I don't think it would hurt us if we were to restart. Because
It wouldn't hurt us or help us.
I think it would help us because it would help the potential of a higher, like a bigger audience from that point, and we can keep and grow that audience from a new standpoint rather than trying our best with what we've got right now with the algorithm to try to grow our audience from that point.
Well, in general, the probability is less than 1%
Huh?
overall. Success is defined by making money and being able to monetarily survive, and the probability is less than 1%.
Hold on. There's so much information involved with that scenario that you're not talking.
Probability of achieving a meaningful success with a Christian podcast on YouTube, whether by launching a new channel or rebranding an existing one by changing the name and logo, is low statistical terms, though not impossible with consistent effort, high quality content, and strategic execution. Success on YouTube is typically defined here: reaching monetization eligibility, 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in the past year, or equivalent short views. Achieving sustainable stable income, e.g., enough support for part-time or full-time work, or attending significant reach, tens or hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Platform-wide data indicates extreme competition with over 13 to 15 million channels in existence and approximately 65 to 69 million active creators as of recent 2025 to 2026 estimate. Key statistics highlight the challenges. Fewer than 1% of channels, often cited around 25.25 to 0.5%, achieve any meaningful monetization or notable subscriber growth. Only about 0.028% of new channels reach even the modest sustainable earnings, over $100 per day, from ads and related sources. Around 80% of new channels abandon efforts within the first 6 months, and most never reach monetization. Only a small fraction, roughly 35,000 channels platform-wide, exceed 1 million subscribers, representing far less than 0.1% of total channels. For a Christian podcast niche, the landscape includes both opportunities and limitations. Faith-based content has dedicated audience with examples of channels reaching millions of subscribers, certain apologetics, Bible teaching, or inspirational formats, and other gaining hundreds and thousands through consistent value-driven episodes. However, the niche remains competitive with success often tied to exceptional production quality, scriptural depth and relatability, guest quality, and alignment with viewer search intent, Bible studies, testimonies, or timely theological discussions. Growth tends to favor long-form content that retains viewers and supplements by shorts for discovery. Regarding your specific option, starting a new channel, this provides a clean slate, allowing precise branding, name, logo, banner, description, optimized for Christian podcast discoverability, incorporating searchable terms like Christian podcast, Bible study, faith, encouragement. The algorithm evaluates fresh channels based on early performance metrics, watch time, management, engagement, and retention. However, starting from zero means building momentum without inherited authority, which contributes to the low overall success rates noted above. Changing the name and logo of existing content, this generally has minimal direct negative impact on the algorithm or existing traffic, as rankings rely primarily on video level signals, titles, thumbnails, descriptions, watch time rather than channel name alone. YouTube permits name changes with limits such as a few per period, and the platform re-indicates metadata over time. In practices, a rebrand can help the previous identity was mismatched or unclear, potentially improving click-through rates and subscriber retention. However, if the channel has low engagement or dead weight subscribers from unrelated poor niche, rebranding may not reset algorithmic perceptions fully. Some experts recommend starting fresh in such cases to avoid confusion. But
that is my concern currently.
But it's not dead weight. What we have is, I would say, would be more the unclear or confusion. To the point where this changing the rebrand could like solidly like tell people what we're actually doing. I don't think, because we, like it says, the statistic says we give up in 6 months. We've been doing it longer than 6 months though, right? Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure if we've done this new, like, the basement channel for 6 months. I think we've been doing episodes for longer than that, yeah, but I don't know if we've done this channel for...
No, we didn't get the channel until we didn't actually make this channel until we moved here, right? Or a little bit before.
A little bit before, because a few of the episodes are still in your room in the basement.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's not even been 6 months.
Or has it?
Or has it? Well, yeah, no, definitely over.
Over 6 months. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But that would make us fall into that 0.1% giving up before we even get anywhere. So, like I said, there's not enough time. We have not had enough time and enough videos to even say that there would be an impact if we restarted or not, because we haven't had our video long enough. We haven't had our channel long enough for it to have an impact, because most channels that are like podcasts or other things like that work at it for years before they even make their break.
Okay.
So if we give up before we even gone like 3 years trying, which is a long time, 3 years is a long time. If we give up before that, we won't know. If we try to restart before that, we won't know.
It's a risk both directions.
Yes. I like here's my example. Okay. We're gonna look at a channel that's very known by myself. You wanna know how long I've been working on this channel?
6, 7 years.
I've been working on it for about 6 years.
Okay.
I just recently hit 1,000 subscribers. This is my channel. I am Ezra. I did my rebrand. It used to be Upbeat Ez, but people couldn't figure out what EZ spelled. They would say, "Oh, look, it's Upbeat EZ." No, that frustrated the heck out of me. So I changed it to I'm Ezra, and now everything that I have is I'm Ezra. That is my brand. My brand is I'm Ezra, and I have also been posting my shorts, the shorts that I have on here. This one has 2,000 views. My videos don't get a lot of views in general, but my shorts do. My shorts are averaging around 1,000 views for most of them.
Yeah.
Like around 1,000. But that's because I've been consistent for the past 2 years posting like every Tuesday and every Thursday for my shorts.
Mm-hmm.
They're all just jokes, but they do relatively well. It's a different niche. It's ventriloquism, so that's a very, very small, like, I know all 500 ventriloquists, so like
right.
That's a funny joke. But like what we can do kind of what I'm doing with this, and the rebrand doesn't hurt anything. I think it will better like straighten up our YouTube channel in general. It will be like, oh, this is what they're actually doing, rather than like, oh, that's just kind of like a blank title. That's what creators do sometimes when they have a title. Like Mr. Beast is kind of out of the ordinary. His doesn't make any sense. Like it was just an Xbox gamer tag. Mr. Beast 6000 was an Xbox gamer tag, and he just made that as a YouTube channel. That was literally it. And then he got rid of the 6000, and it's just Mr. Beast now. And so that doesn't have a correlation or anything, but it gives him the freedom to do whatever he wants with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, right, he can kind of just do whatever he wants with his videos, right? So for us, our new logo and our new name does not have significant effect on like traffic and stuff like that. It's just it can improve because it's more, it would technically be more like more of an incentive of someone clicking on it because it's more direct on what we actually do.
Mm-hmm. Right. Which I think if we combine rebranding with also more of our dedication to it,
Yeah.
then I think it will start doing better.
Yeah.
Because, like, when's the last time we posted something on Instagram?
Every day.
You've been posting something on Instagram every day?
Yeah.
Is it YouTube Shorts?
Reels. Yeah.
Oh.
You don't look at our Instagram?
Nope, I do not.
That's bad.
I'm out of the loop here.
Yeah, every day we post. Oh, good. The Basement Podcast. Every day we post.
Okay. I stand corrected.
Yes, you do. Let's see how many views. But our views are better on this. 123, 137, 12, 8, 114, 244, 123, 23, 139, 124, 123, 122, 8, 13, 122. Like, it's the views are better on here.
And more consistent.
Yeah. I think we had one over the thousands. I don't remember which one it was.
Go. Yeah, to the right.
Yeah. Yep. So we've been posting. Let's see. We've been posting for a while on here.
Dang. Okay.
Okay, here's our first one.
So I mean, 134 staying fairly consistent.
Very consistent, and it's going to keep getting more consistent the more that we post. Then we'll just change it a little bit.
I do think when it comes to this rebranding, we should also be searching out for more guests.
Yeah, 100%. I 100% agree with that.
Searching out for more guests, and even try to go for some long shot ones.
What?
Like some long shot guests that are like, they're
no chance, but try it anyway.
Yeah, like it's like a 1% chance we could actually get them on.
Here's the thing. The probability of no is very high. What was it? I think it was Ken Groves. He's a famous ventriloquist I was talking to. He's like, this is for the sense of like talking to schools about performances. He was like, for every 16 schools you have, you'll get one yes.
Mm-hmm.
So we just start sending out invites to our podcast to like anyone and everyone. There's got to be at least one yes.
Right. Oh, there is still that one guy that reached out to us.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should probably.
We gotta do a Riverside something. Figure that out. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have 20 followers on here, which is kind of impressive.
That's true.
Yeah, and so this is one.
Absolute opposition to God. They tell you to do something in opposition to God. Be obedient to God.
That's a good one. Be obedient to God.
Just really simple.
That was post 4 hours ago.
Oh, okay.
123 views in 4 hours.
It's pretty impressive.
Your face is iconic. Okay. All right. So, with what we've talked about, what are you leaning more towards still now or two?
Well, I do think like.
I think he's still stuck on his position.
There's one last thing, but I can be easily convinced out of it. Okay, so if we stick with this and we just rebrand this podcast, and we say we're going to commit stuff, because we are building it off of stuff that we've already done, it can be very easy to
go back to what we were doing.
Exactly.
Yes, I think the consistency and remembering to, like, with this change, like with I think yes, with this change, I think we do it all at one. That does make more sense. Do it all at one. Get it up and going. I think if while doing that, I think with the excitement, it will be invested. We'll have our own excitement on, like, okay, we're gonna make this happen. And I think if we do create a schedule, like, you make time for it, like, let's say it's Wednesdays. Like,
Okay.
my what's it called? My variety show gets done soon at some point, and then I'll have my Wednesdays back. But let's say Wednesday is our planning day, and then Saturday is our recording day, right?
Okay. Yeah,
Wednesday
that makes
night,
sense.
you get off work, I get off work, we come back, we talk. It's like, all right, what is our episode? And we dedicate 2 hours to that.
Okay.
2 hours to planning and dedication every single Wednesday. Like, let's say we do that. That way we can ensure that, one, we're getting the quality content out,
Right.
we're getting our shorts out that are quality, and we're actually communicating completely and fully on what we're actually going to talk about through that episode.
Yeah, I do think that's a great idea.
And on top of that, I think I'm going to do custom thumbnails for it.
Okay.
Because the AI they're cool and all, but I think I can do better. I did pretty good when I was making my thumbnails for my vlogs. I think I can do some pretty cool thumbnails for our new channel.
And also we can do more thumbnails.
Yeah, we can do more thumbnails. Yeah.
Right, because we were limited to like 2 or 3.
And I think it was limited to 8.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, not much.
No, it was 8 in total. So it makes two copies of each.
Oh.
So it's like 4 actually, but
yeah, which was not a lot.
Yeah. And then also that'll also keep up the quality. And on top of that, we will also talk and discuss on lengths of episodes. I think the good mark, like good episode length is like 45 minutes to an hour and 10. Like hour and 10, hour and 20.
Yeah, to give a little bit of space after an hour, because sometimes there might be one last thing you want to get in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and then I think a dead cap at 120. Like dead cap.
120?
Yeah.
Not
like,
130?
120. Dead cap at 120 because I just think if you have that consistency, then be like, okay, I know I can dedicate this 1 hour and 20 minutes. Like this is an hour and 20 minute time slot that I can dedicate to this episode, and I won't lose out on anything because I have it already dedicated. And if you go longer than that, they're like, I only dedicated this much time. Like, you know? So.
What are your thoughts on getting this on like Spotify or something?
100%. I think I was gonna make a note when you said that at first. I think with this change, we will start up an Apple podcast and Spotify, like a Spotify podcast, and wherever else we can post podcast. And I also think we should start a Facebook page on it and get them all up and going.
Right.
And you know how to do podcast stuff. I think like with Spotify, right? You have your editor friend who knows how to take audio out of things.
Yes.
Okay. So you can do that. If you want me to set up the accounts, I can do that. I think we'll keep the same email that we have, just because I don't want to have to create another email. It's annoying.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to create another and think about another password. But we get that, and then so we'll do new logo, new color scheme, maybe change the motto. I don't know for sure.
Well, hold on. We may not even have to split the audio because Spotify actually does do both.
Oh.
Because, yeah, Spotify has been allowing like videos to be right alongside the audio in
cool.
Spotify.
Okay.
So we may not have to split it.
Okay. So logo, title of our channel, right? Logo and title, like logo and name. I mean, logo and name, and then video titles will be catchy. Thumbnails will be catchy. We're gonna use the right tags along with hashtags.
Right.
Right.
Which will we be customizing those ourselves?
I think what we should do is like for for hashtags and tags. I think we can go off of what AI kind of does because it has access to what is popular. And I think though we can do kind of some trial runs on which hashtags are doing better and which tags are doing better. But what we have to do is make sure the tags are relevant in general.
Yeah.
And then some consistency on that as well. Like how consistent are our videos with what our topics are. And I think also on topics wise, I think our topics need to be strict and specific on what topics we're going to be going over, and it doesn't waver from that.
As in like generalized topics of like, does it fit in this generalized topic? Fit in this generalized? Okay.
Yeah, if it fits in that and that. And then we'll weed through our shorts if our 2 hours on the Wednesday aligns with that. And then I think maybe once a month we have kind of like a check-in.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Once a month, we have a specific check-in to go over all the things that we've been doing and seeing if it's improving.
Right.
So, and then we'll also make a comment response video at some point too.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea to respond. There may be some things that we just don't respond to.
Yeah.
Of course. It's just how the comment section works.
I think. Yeah. I think. Very similar to that. I also, we do appreciate your comments. And we do know that any comment is like any attention is good attention, whether it's a good comment or bad comment.
Mm-hmm.
And we are learning, if we haven't already learned, that remember that we take our opinions from God, not from you. So
just so you're aware.
Just so you're aware. So you can comment whatever you want. Our feelings aren't hurt. Jesus loves you anyway.
Amen.
Amen. All right. I think I'll close in prayer. Do you think any last closing comments? Any thoughts?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. All right. Dear Jesus, thank you for another day. Thank you for another opportunity. Thank you for just progression and some change that's good change to kind of give good, I guess align with what we are doing and allow people to see it and have better retention. Thank you that you love us and you care for us. And I just pray that people are able to see you, a new person each day to see you and learn about you. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right. Are you excited?
I'm excited.
Let's do this thing.
I may not look it because I just served for like several days at a youth conference.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's okay.
And also, the new title is called